You're Miss Perp back with another video, and I just got done watching Power Book 2 Ghost Season 1 Episode 1. God damn, that was a mouthful. But before I get into this, make sure you definitely follow me on Twitter at PerpMinder420. Hit that subscribe button if it's the first time you've checked out this channel. I'll put in the description below all my power content, and check out some of my other videos. I've got almost 1,000 videos, so I've definitely got enough content for anybody that's new. Yeah, hit that like button as well. Now, I know originally I said I was never going to cover this series, but that's still true. I'm not going to cover this episode by episode, also because Stars is on some bullshit, so I'm going to have to do something similar to Power Book 3 unless things change. I just don't want to risk it, you know, because I heard they're giving people copyright strikes for showing images or, you know, showing any type of footage or whatnot, so I'm just playing it safe. But, you know, I was curious about this first episode. I just wanted to check it out for myself, and it's what I kind of expected. You know, we have this series mainly focusing on Tariq and whoever is left of, you know, the original series. Tommy is in his own series. Tate got his own series, but he does make an appearance in this series, and Tommy's name does get dropped in this episode. You know, this is Tariq's journey and his come up. You know, he has to do 4 years of school to pretty much get the money that he's owed, or, you know, that was given to him by Ghost, you know, his father. I still have a huge issue with just that whole entire, you know, Tariq killing his father. It's still trash, and it still kind of makes this series kind of pointless, you know, because Tariq could be still doing the same thing that he's doing with Ghost alive, you know, but the writers thought that was smart. Anyways, we get introduced to a slew of new characters, from Mary J. Blige as Monet, and you have McQueen, that's played by Method Man, and, you know, you have a lot of different characters, especially younger characters now that, you know, Tariq's in college, and, you know, how he gets connected with Monet. He has to tutor somebody now, you know, to pretty much stay on board. He's really taken on a lot, you know. He's trying to graduate early doing this program, and it'll allow him to graduate in 3 years, but it doesn't seem like, it seems like he'll get there. You know, he'll probably graduate by season 3. That would be cool, because then, you know, this series looks like it's gonna go like 5 seasons. Like, you're gonna have him graduate either in season 3 or 4. Something may happen where, you know, he's not able to graduate, because anything could possibly happen, you know. But do I think Tariq is going to be a danger throughout the series? Maybe. I don't think it's going to be, but I definitely think he's going to have some major plot armor throughout this series. So yeah, he does his best to pretty much try to get his mother out of jail. How nobody was able to put 2 and 2 together that Tariq was the shooter, I have no idea. But then again, the policing in this series has always been lacking. It's never been good at all. All the cops in this show are still dumb, except for one where, you know, we get the scene of Tamika getting fired by Tasha because Tamika kind of put 2 and 2 together, and, you know, that kind of triggered Tasha into to firing Tamika, which now enters Method Man's character, McQueen. I'm just gonna call him McQueen. I forgot his first name, but, you know, he wants $500K from Tariq, which he's probably not gonna get that till like the end of this series. Don't know exactly what type of character he's going to be, or what type of character he's going to play. Will he be kind of like a mentor for Tariq? And that's my biggest question. Like, will Tariq have a father figure throughout this episode? Maybe it's the guy that helps him get into the program where he can graduate in 3 years. Or I don't think it's going to be Method Man, because he definitely looks like he's going to be the new Proctor. There's definitely a lot of like reflection of other characters from the original Power, like, you know, Brayden, which I don't know if he's going to either break bad and kind of be a new Tommy character, or my prediction is he's going to end up turning on Tariq. And not only him, there could be a lot of different players to really take advantage of Tariq once they find out his background, which is another thing. Like, how does nobody know who Ghost is or James St. Patrick? You should already know everything you need to know about Tariq. Everybody's not that far away from each other, but like I said, that's the writing. I'm trying to be fair with this. I'm not trying to go in or roast it, even though like I don't like how they threw Tommy under the bus, or tried to. That flipped on Tasha. You know, Tasha tried to have this plan just in case, but it just ended up flipping on her, and now she's getting Kingpin type charges, and you know, it's not looking good for Tasha. So I guess the only positive or interesting thing, but I still think it will end up being generic at the end of it, is Mary J. Blige's character. You know, how she runs things out, things go her way. Her son is a mama's boy as well as Tariq, so you definitely got a lot of mama's boys throughout this series, and that's probably going to be an issue going forward. We'll just have to wait and see. Like I said, I'm not going to really cover this episode by episode. I just wanted to kind of give you my first impressions of this episode and my issues, and there's some things I liked about this, I'm not going to lie, but the whole premise of the show is still kind of stupid to me, and people got to realize that. And I like how, well, I'm not going to say I like, but they thought they were slick how they try to break the fourth wall, where one of the requirements of Tariq to get into that whole graduate early program, I don't know exactly the term that they used in it, I'm drawing a blank on what they called it, but he had to read this book, and when he was pretty much, you know, there for his kind of interview, he mentioned he didn't finish the book, and he went on this tangent, breaking the fourth wall, saying this person shot this person, and people hate that this person got shot by this person, and pretty much, you know, telling Tariq, like, you know, it's Tariq acknowledging what he did, you know, and they're trying to make you sympathize for him, saying like, you know, he made his own destiny, which is so stupid, man. And why I have an issue with this whole entire series and how Ghost went out was really trash, and still is trash. They're going to try to really sugarcoat it and be like, look, Ghost being dead isn't a bad thing. We got Tariq over here, which I still have an issue with Michael Rainey as Tariq. He's just super one-dimensional still. He doesn't really bring nothing fresh or new to the character. He's still the same Tariq with the same dusty do-rag. But overall, you know, this episode did what it needed to do. It needed to establish what was going on, you know, who are these new characters. They kind of foreshadow, you know, who's going to be in this love triangle. There's definitely going to be a love triangle for Tariq. You know, will Monet and Tasha cross paths? Who knows? That could very much happen. Will Tasha make it out of this, or will she end up dying this series? Let me know your guys' thoughts on this whole entire series. Because to me, I feel like it's still a waste of time. But if you like this, that's cool. I'm not here to bash you for liking this show, even though I think it's trash. It's just my opinion. Also, I almost forgot to mention Sax. Sax is going to play another, you know, big role. We get to see a little bit more of his side of the family and what he goes through, and, you know, what his family expects from him, which I wish we would have got that in season 6 of Power, but I guess it's whatever now. We're going to see more of his side of the family, and that's interesting to me. But he's definitely going to have to deal with the Democratic Party, which was a looming threat. They kind of teased that, and I think they're going to play into that more in whatever spinoff, Rashad Tate gets, whether that's book 4 or book 5, whatever. Anyways, that's pretty much all I have to say about this first episode. I still think this is going to be a lackluster episode. There's not really a standout character in my eyes that is going to be, really helming the show or making the show worth watching. Tariq is definitely not the one. This is why you have to have these type of characters surrounding him, and maybe it might end up benefiting him in the long run and just the show. Let me know how you guys feel in the comments below. Till my next video, I will see y'all later. Peace.